Greetings, my relatives. Bonjour. Tensei. Anin. Tip 6. When fear shows our edges, take a leap of faith. Trickster asks, why do some people show up, stand up, speak up, and some don't? I propose some possibilities. When we are overwhelmed, we shut down. Denial, self-medicating, helps us cope. When we do not feel personally or painfully affected, when we do not need to take risks, be uncomfortable, or not fit in. If relatives, peers within our immediate circle are not engaged, we are more likely to avoid involvement, to preserve existing social relations. Family, friends, and community members do not always stand with us when we're speaking out, even when in collective best interests. We have been and continue to be silenced, muted, disempowered, personally, ancestrally, collectively, and ecologically. Of course, we will have embodied fears of coming forward to speak truth to power. We can speak up anyways. We know our silence is taken as compliance. And when we are in settler, patriarchal, extractivist-dominated spaces, where decisions are being made for Indigenous peoples, women-bodied, two-spirits, Earth Mother, speak up. Refuse to participate until more than token voices, first voices, heartfully expressed, are spoken and heard. Here's a ripped collage that I created when I was terrified at one point of activism I was involved in. It's called Humpty Speaks of Fears. But I am just an egg. And here's a quote from one of my students who learned to do activism in a course I was teaching. But you've got to say, what's important here? Is it important that something is done? That you take the social action? Or is it important to protect your butt? If you're too afraid to take any action because of protecting your butt, you'll never do anything. This is another ripped collage called Bones of Our Ancestors. I was very involved in the truth and reconciliation process. Two beings cross bridge over troubled waters, meeting somewhere in middle. Reconciliation can be sweet between those torn asunder. We wonder, must all acts of indigenization, decolonization, rematriation, reconciliation be gratefully smiled upon? Even if disruption, extraction of graves, bones, lands, languages, knowledges, livelihoods are never acknowledged? Some settle for recognition, good feelings, handshakes, personal gains. Rematriation is rooted in lands, bones, blood of ancestors. We call out for justice for all, silenced, murdered, dispossessed. Often, those reconciling and smiling are loved. Those crying out, raging out for voice, justice, land back, resurgence are despised. reprisals are inevitable.